So how's it going, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're doing a Master Duel deck profile, and this is with regards to the Punk and Zombie deck that I'm going to showcase today. Now, what is the strength of this deck in Diamond? Well, basically, it allows us to bring out more plays with the help of zombies alongside the Punks. The Punks with the Foxy Tune allows us to discard one card, usually a zombie monster you need to discard from the hand, and then special summon your Ziamin or even your Sharakusai. On top of it all off, if you use the effect of your Sharakusai, you go towards your Rising Carp. Rising Carp will then spell summon another level 3 and your Deer Note from your deck to the side of the field, and then use it for level 8 either Chaos Ruler or another level 8 Shogun Saga. But most of the time, or the only go-to card for this level 8 Synchro Summon is your Chaos Ruler, which is really good for this deck because you'll mill 5 cards from your deck to your graveyard. Now, with the slightest zombie monster that you'll dump to the graveyard gives you or extends you to more plays for that matter. On top of it all off, if you have summoned or if you have used Deer Note as a Synchro Summon material, then it can spell summon a level 8 Punk monster from your graveyard. Always target for this is your level 8 Foxy Tune or even your level 8 Rising Carpet. And then you move towards a level 8 Exi Summon for the Zombie Vampire. Now, this card allows you to do two things. First, it allows you to mill another extra cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Second of all, it will check the deck of your opponent on what archetype that you are playing up against. Now, basically, I use this if ever I don't want to exceed most of my materials just because we're dealing with a sprite or a runic sprite or whatsoever the current meta nowadays. But yeah, this is actually to scavenge or to check if ever my opponent is using a deck that relies or that destroys my graveyard. So it's really a good card to have in your arsenal. 3 copies of Mizuki are a really good card. 1 sent to the graveyard. 1 copy of Guzuki. If ever you can spell summon 1 zombie monster from your hand. Just the 2 offs for Necro World Banshee and the 2 offs for Zombie World it's not really a problem just to bring this out. You can bring this out with the help of 1 Uni-Zombie. You can bring Uni-Zombie out with the help of 1 Solitaire. So 1 of the 3 copies of your Solitaire, so it's really not a problem. If ever you have more zombie monsters in your hand, Jack Obolan will discard 1 card, spell summon itself to the field. And of course, your Shang-Chi is kind of like a Uni-Zombie effect where it can dump a zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. So that's basically it, guys. Your extra deck revolves around with 1 copy of Dragon Necro, which you can use with the help of your Super Poly, and by far using Super Poly once Zombie World is on the field will sacrifice your opponent's monster for its summon. You have Starping Venom Fusion Dragon. If ever you're going up against a Sprite deck, I think 2 monsters are dark monsters there. That includes the Gigantic Sprite and one of the, what you call this, blue. I think they are dark monsters, so you can target those for a spell summon or for a material for a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Your Synchro Summons, you have your Shogun Saga, your Chaos Ruler, very good. You need to have this in all of your zombie decks. Your Skeletal Dragon Felgrand, you get to negate 1 monster in the field. If ever you spell summon a zombie, you can also target 1 monster in the field or banish it. You can banish it. Now, this goes par with the effect of Sheng Ying. Of course, your Baron de Flor is also another level 10 that you can actually summon to the field. Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord, not usually my go-to card if ever at the start of the combo, but if ever you're locked into zombie, it's really better to have a level 10 Synchro monster than nothing at all. Your only level 11 is your Psychic End Punisher, and by far, since most of the time you'll tend to lose life points with the help of your Punk monsters, then having Psychic End Punisher is really great. For your Exi monsters, you have your number 38 just for a spell negates, your number 90 for your monster negates, Zombie Vampire, I talked about it earlier. Your only 2 link monsters is the Vampire Sucker, which is really beneficial if you always spell summon a zombie monster from the graveyard to your side of the field. And lastly, you'll have your 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn, just a 1-off if ever you need to remove 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field. So that's basically your main deck, guys. Let's move towards the replays, and I'll showcase to you guys how easy it is to use this deck, even we're not using a 60-card deck. So yeah, I already exceed a 40-card deck. Yeah, regardless, yeah, here's the game replays, and hope you enjoy.
2,000 years later.
So here we are, guys, with the replays, and I have 3 replays for you guys today. So what we are going to talk about is these games are all in Diamond, and it's really hard to bring a Killing Bro to a Diamond player because they usually scoop once they know they actually lost the game. Anyway, so these are most of the games, or these are some of the games that I will actually showcase to you guys how this deck actually works and how fun it is to use the Punk and Zombie decks as a whole. So to start it all off, we got one Maxi, one Ziamin, one Foxy Tune, one Zombie World, and one Call by the Grave. We use the effect of Zombie World first. Then Ziamin will be summoned to the field, get a copy of another Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune will be used to bring forth a copy of Sharakusei to the field. Sharakusei will then fuse into a Rising Carp with Ziamin. Rising Carp will then spell summon the Deer Note and another copy of Ziamin. Now, since all of our Punk monsters are in the graveyard, then our deck is composed mostly with zombies now. So it's easy for us to actually mill a ton of zombies to the grave. So Chaos Ruler is going to be summoned to the field, and with the help of Deer Note, we'll pick off Rising Carp and then spell summon into the field. So my go-to card or my go-to play for this is spell summoning the Zombie Vampire just to check what deck our opponent is using. So we on that cards that we excavated, we got a copy of Shang Tsing. Effect of Guzuki, banish one zombie and then spell summon Shang Tsing. And then Shang Tsing will send Glow Up Bloom to the graveyard. Glow Up Bloom will then spell summon Ballardrock. And then we move towards the Zombie Vampire. And like I said earlier, it mills a ton of cards on both decks. So he's also using a 60 card deck. Wow, so that is insane. So our opponent, our opponent dropped a tuner on the graveyard, we spell summon that tuner, and then we go towards the Red Eye Zombie Dragon. With the help of Mizuki, we spell summon Guzuki to the field. Guzuki will then send to the graveyard one monster, or a copy of Mizuki, and then we spell summon Shang Tsing to the graveyard. Shang Tsing to the field, and then we link it off for a Zombie Vampire. Oh my god, I don't know how to do this anymore. Set one Call by the Grave and end our turn there. On our opponent's standby, we summon Ballardrock, and then with the help of Vampire Sucker, we draw into Mad Mauler. Our opponent is going to use Harpy's Feather Duster. I really thought he was going to use Ash Blossom here so that I can use my Call by the Grave, but we got cross out, so it's really bad. And to top it all off, our opponent is going to use Forbidden Droplet. So might as well just use a ton of use my monster's effect here, since he didn't drop any monster from his hand. Shang Tsing is going to be summoned to the field. And luckily, during that excavation, we targeted or we dropped Mazira to the grave, so it's really good. Allows us to protect our zombies from ever getting battle damage or destroyed by card effect. Banshee is gonna banish itself to get a copy of Zombie World, and then with our opponent uses Raigeki, and then Mazira will protect, and then we won the game just because of Mazira. So here we are, guys, with game number 2. Our opponent is gonna go first, and we have a copy of one Mizuki, one Jacobolan, one Emergency Telly, one Call by the Grave, and one Dark Ruler, no more. So this card is really good if you're going up against sprites. Second of all, if you are using zombies, it's really hard to play through a specific line of combo, because you'll have to mill a ton of zombies to the graveyard, and the zombies usually work well depending on the zombies in the graveyard. So your play is gonna differ from time to time, but most often of times, if you got a copy of your Punk monsters, then you'll eventually go towards a normal line of play, which is the Chaos Ruler and the Zombie Vampire. The rest is gonna be zombies anyway. So our opponent is going first. We're going up against Dark Magician deck. I think this is the branded Dark Magician deck. There we go. Magician Soul is going to be activated, spell summoning Dark Magician to the field, and then our opponent is going to use Branded Fusion, spell summoning Lubellion to the field. Lubellion will drop one card. He drops a ton of Fallen of Albaz, but yeah, regardless, Mirror Jade is going to be in the field. Use the effect of Soul Servant. Put the, what you call that card again? The circle on top, and then use the effect of Souls to draw that magical circle. And to top it all off, our opponent is going to use Fusion Destiny. It's gonna be 2 copies anyway, so yeah. Later on the line, he got a copy of Illusion of Chaos, and then get a copy of Rod, and then his Secret of the Dark Magic. I really thought he's gonna get the trap card though, but yeah, regardless, it's fine. We're trying to break the board. Dark Ruler no more is gonna be activated. Use the effect of Jacobolan. Sending a copy of our Mazira to the graveyard. So we have 1 protection now. Jack of Bolan is going to be summoned to the field. Use the effect of Emergency Teleport. Get a copy of Ziamin. Ziamin will get a copy of Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune will then use its effect. Send our Mizuki to the grave. Spell summon a Deer Note. And then we move towards Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler is going to be excavating our cards. And then with the help of Deer Note, we bring forth a level 3. Since we know what our opponent's using, so there's no point of actually using the Zombie Vampire here. So yeah. Go for level 3 from our graveyard, and then we Synchro Summon into our Baron on the Floor. Use the effect of Unizombie. We won't change the level of Unizombie here because we'll need it later on. So Baron on the Floor is going to be Synchro Summon to the field. Use the effect of Banshee. Get a hold of our Zombie World. Then we use the effect of Mizuki. Spell Summon again Jack of Bolan, and then we go towards a level 10 Shang Ying. Shang Ying is going to be on the field. So we'll start popping cards. Pop the Mirror Jade. Use the effect of Cold Brigade. And he'll use the effect of Dark Magic Circle. So on my mind, he's trying to summon a Dark Magician, but it's not. He's going to use the Starving Venom Dragon. Luckily, the effect of Shang Ying doesn't trigger the effect of Starving Venom. So since 1 card has been banished, I can banish his Starving Venom and 1 Albion in the graveyard, attack his Destroyer Phoenix, negate its effect, and that's game. So here we are, guys, with the last game, and we have a starting hand of 1 Ash Blossom, 1 Mizuki, 1 Solitaire, 1 E-Telly, 1 Culvert Grave, and we're gonna start off first with 1 E-Telly. So Ziamin is gonna be summoned to the field. Ziamin will get a copy of Foxy Tune. Then Foxy Tune will get a copy or send to the graveyard Mizuki for a copy of Deer Note. I should have gone with Charguza here, but it's gonna be unnecessary since we just want to bring forth some cards to the graveyard anyway. So this is what happens if you don't want to like search your deck or search your opponent's deck out. So there we go. Deer Note is gonna spell summon Foxy Tune from the grave, and then excavate with help of Chaos Ruler. Since we don't want since the monsters we excavated are beneficial if we send to the graveyard, so we just did that. We didn't pick off any dark monster. Banish Banshee and then get a copy of Zombie World. Mizuki will then banish itself, spell summoning a copy of Ziamin. And then Foxy Tune will then spell summoning to Psychic and Punisher. There we go. With the help of Mizuki, we spell summon Shang Tsing. Shang Tsing is going to summon to the field, send a copy of I think Mizuki again. So I think we want to exhaust all the Mizukis from our deck. And then normal summon Solitaire here, get a copy of Unizombie. Now this is actually misplay on my part. I should have actually just increased the effect of Shang Tsing, not Psychic and Punisher. So yeah, I was really dumb. I really thought I got the second effect of Unizombie, but it was actually the first effect. So it was bad. There we go. So we go for Shang Tsing. And then, or increase the level of Shang Tsing, go for a Baron on the floor. Mizuki once more, spell summon Shang Tsing to the field, go for a Vampire Sucker. And since we have Chaos Ruler in the graveyard, we'll banish 1 light and dark monster from our grave. And then it will prompt the effect of Vampire Sucker, allowing us to draw 1 card. And since Shang Tsing is going to be banished, we actually just spell summon it to the field. There we go. Draw 1 more card. And that's basically our end board right there, guys. So the best part about this is we dump also Mazira to the graveyard by the help of Chaos Ruler. So that was really great. Our opponent is gonna use the effect of Red Eyes Insight, sending a copy of the the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. We need to banish that one. It's such a problematic card. And then he used Red Eyes Fusion, not really the best to negate, but yeah. And Comfort, Meteor Black, Comet Dragon. He's gonna destroy my Baron on the floor. Now, like I said earlier, Mazira protects our monsters from battle or from card effects, so that's really great. And since Mizera is banished, he can summon itself back to the field. So we have a level 8 fodder on the field alongside our Chaos Ruler. Our opponent is going to use Skill Drain. Now, at this point on, we need to negate that one since our cards rely mostly on effects. And then he will chain with Red Eye's Fang. That's not really important, so it's not going to be a problem. Now, during our standby phase, we'll use the effect of Bar on the Floor, search for a copy of our Xiamin. But we got Ash Blossom. But we got Colbert Grave. Now, I really thought that was an imperm because he set on my Colbert Grave line earlier. But yeah, that was really good. Normal summon Mad Mauler, and then we go towards another copy of Battle on the Floor since we wasn't successful with regarding or getting a copy of our master. So Shang Tsung is gonna send a glow up bloom to the graveyard, and then spell summon Ballardrock. Destroy that back row, and then he will use the back row eventually. Pop it off with Bar on the Floor, and we won that game. My God, I am stuttering to the fact that I can't even explain. But that is the game replays, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and bye-bye. So those are the game replays, and that is the deck profile for you guys today. Hope you enjoy this kind of content, and please like and subscribe for more contents like this in the near future. Now, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be, or the tier elements is gonna come up possibly by end of March or the first week of April, because I think we have a leak already that the Ishizu cards are gonna come up this first week of March. So I'm not ecstatic about the Ishizu cards, because like I said earlier in my previous videos, it's gonna be separated, or the tier elements with the Ishizu cards are going to be separated in other packs. So I think that's going to happen today. But we'll see in the near future, guys, what will happen for Master Duel. Yeah, that's me signing off. Keep safe, good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.